Good morning and welcome on this warm fall October morning. It's rainy outside, and I want to welcome you to Monday Morning Message. I hope this day greeted you with love, light, and life, with peace, balance, and blessings, with power, prosperity, and abundance. Today's Monday Morning Message, coming to you from the abode, is about fear. And I am Lady Black. Fear, that's a loaded subject. It's chock full of nuggets and nuts that we can tear into and tear apart and discover and figure out together. But today we're going to keep it short and sweet, and we can return to the topic at a later time. So let's just start off with the textbook definition of fear. Fear, an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain, or a threat. Fear is natural. We have a natural instinct to survive. So we have a natural cautionary feeling that comes upon us when we might be in a situation that is dangerous. But fear, more often than not, is nurtured, it's taught, it's a learned behavior, or it's a reaction to an experience. I don't know about you, but fear has been my arch nemesis for the better portion of my life. My biggest fear was death. I watched important people in my life die when I was very young, with no real explanation as to what death was. Spirit, flesh, and God were all unknowns that I feared due to a lack of understanding. Even gaining an understanding of spirit did not change this fear for me. See, fear lives in the unknown. If we can see it, communicate with it, touch it, then fear begins to vanish. It dissipates. While my biggest fear may have been death, the fact of the matter is, fear of anything and fear of everything is actually fear of the unknown and fear of a loss of control. But fear can be crippling. Oftentimes, fear of the unknown elements of success will lead to failure. Fear of failure will prevent us from even trying in the first place, which amounts to failure. Fear of change and fear of loss, especially the fear of a change that creates discomfort, or fear of a loss of comfort, can cause apathy, lethargy, and complacency. We begin to sit still instead of moving forward toward our goals. No one wants to be uncomfortable. Life is uncomfortable enough. There's enough challenges in life. We don't want to create a situation, mistakenly created or on purpose, that causes discomfort. We fear discomfort. We fear loss of anything. We fear the loss of comfort. We fear change. We fear a change that will bring us from a comfortable place into an uncomfortable place. Yet we want change. Truth be told, comfort is uncomfortable. We have a longing and a desire for change, which makes us uncomfortable with where we are. But we are afraid of the unknown world of where we want to be. We should be afraid of being still. We should fear being comfortable. Comfort is overrated. It doesn't encourage growth or drive or accomplishment. And this change we seek doesn't have to scare us at all. The change we seek can be unmasked. it can be brought into the light where we can see it, examine it, and get to know it. In fact, fear itself can be brought into the light. Whatever it is that you fear can be examined. We can get to know our fears. And when we get to know it, it begins to dissipate. It begins to vanish. My second biggest fear was drowning. A crippling fear. Oh my God. It kept me from learning how to swim till I was 30, in my 30s. A serious fear of deep water, especially the ocean. Ironically, I love and loved being in the water. I know being afraid of drowning is in essence a fear of death, but for me it was a totally separate fear, all on its own. But what I've grown to understand about fear is that fear of death, my fear of drowning, fear of the unknown is actually a fear of a loss of control. As humans, we attempt to understand the parameters in which we live so that we might attempt to control the outcomes in our life. I encourage myself as I encourage you to find peace in the understanding that you can't be in control of everything, and attempting to control everything is futile and it causes frustration and anger, and in some cases it causes pain. The only thing that we can actually control are our actions and our reactions. Act on your fears by deciding to get to know them. Ask yourself, what do I fear? And wait for the answer. You may need to ask yourself that question often. Whenever you feel the sensation of fear, ask yourself, what is this fear? Then ask, why do I fear this? Keep asking yourself why. Keep asking yourself questions. Ask yourself, where and when did I come up with the conclusion to fear this thing? As you begin to gain a better understanding of what it is that you fear and where the notion of your fears are derived from, don't stop there. Go deeper. Get to know your fear. Develop an intimate relationship with it. I got over my fear of deep water and drowning by learning how to swim. I am still struggling, but I'm getting better. God dealt with my fear of death by giving me near-death experiences. What you can't handle on your own, pray and trust that God will take care of it, because it's true. This taught me that what you can't control, you must let go. Surrender. Fear is nothing to fear. It's both natural and nurtural behavior, and if you analyze it, you can release its hold on you and gain a hold on it. This has been your Monday morning message, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, please like, please share, and please get to know what it is that you fear so you can no longer fear. Have a great day.